We've now talked about 5 of the 6 logarithmic and exponent properties. So let's talk about the 6th one, the change of base. Now, change of base is good because it allows our calculator to help us find any log that we may ever be asked. Right now in our calculator, we only have 2 log buttons. Let's bring up our calculator. We have the LOG button and we have the LN button, as in log base 10 and log base E. So we can't use our calculator to find any other log base that someone would ask us without the change of base equation. What the change of base does is allows us to use our calculator, which is really awesome. Let's look at example 4 on page 347 and see how we can use this change of base to then use our calculator to solve this. On page 347, example 4 says to evaluate log base 8 of 124. All right, perfect time to bring up our calculators to be able to use this. As you can see, the change of base says log base A of X, where A is not 10 or E. Well, our A happens to be 8, so this is perfect. We're going to instead change it into log base B of X divided by log base B of A, where B is 10 or E. Now, the one thing when it comes to the change of base is that you can't mix and match them. Either you use 10 or you use E. I happen to like using E myself, so this is going to become the natural log of 124 divided by the natural log of 8. And remember, the natural log is a base of E, so that's why I'm choosing to use that. So now we bring up our calculators and we say, calculator, what do we have here? We have the natural log of 124, so I hit the LN button and 124, end parenthesis here, and then divided by LN again, 8 this time, and again end parenthesis. If you don't end the parenthesis, you're not going to get the right answer, because your calculator is going to try to take 124 divided by the natural log of 8 all at once versus taking the natural log of 124 and dividing it by the natural log of 8. Hit enter equals, and it gives us the answer, 2.318. Now this should make some bit of sense here, because what we're asking is, we're saying 8, by definition of log, by the way, 8 to some power equals 124. You know, 8 squared is 64, and 8 cubed is another big value. All right, if I bring my calculator up here, you know, if I say 8 to the power of 3, it's going to say 512. Well, 124 is certainly bigger than 64, as in 8 squared, and certainly a lot smaller than 8 cubed. So the answer should be somewhere between 2 and 3, and 2.318 fits perfectly in there. Let's do another one. This one's off book, by the way. I'm just going to do this on the top, off the top of my head to see what we get here. And I'm going to do the log of base 3 of 62. All right, so what we're saying is 3 to some power equals 62. Let's set it up here. We're going to have the natural log of 62 in our numerator and the natural log of 3 in our denominator. And let's see what our calculator tells us for this one here. Let's move it so we can see what we're trying to do here. And we're trying to do the natural log of 62 divided by the natural log of 3. As you can see, this is 3.7566. We're going to call this 3.757. So the change of base, again, very good equation to allow us to use our calculator when normally we wouldn't be able to.